Long birdie putt at the 11th for Nelly Korda.
It is long and it's uphill and it's going to have some left movement to it.
But that putt she made on the 72nd hole last week to really put the pressure on Alim Kim.
Being out of that fairway bunker, increasing the difficulty and the length.
And now Nelly.
Also not with driver. It's about 232 to carry that bunker, and being into the wind you can probably add about 10 to that, so I'm sure Nelly would have a good opportunity to try and make that carry, but at this stage of the game it's not worth taking on that risk.
Okay.
I think she was quite lucky to find the right in the very middle of that bunker there. No lip to worry about. Nelly with the same yardage.
Very smooth there in transition at the top of her swing. Oh, but there's a fall off there.
Here in this spirit of the Founders Cup, so many of the greats have mentored younger players like Nelly. One of those who has mentored Tom Thanks, Hollis. What a beauty. All right, this is the third for Nelly Korda at the 12th.
Just trying to bump something a little bit up there. That slope just carried it. Gosh, a good probably 3 feet further than she wanted to. Just trying to turn things around.
Nelly made a nice par save at 7. This is for par at 12.
She wasn't that far off with that second shot. It was maybe 10 feet left at most of where she was looking to be or needed to be. Just a fine margin for error there. Smart play there. Don't want to mess with anything short and right here.
So 38 shot. 38,
a little bit of
trying
a
to just
tricky
finish
downhill
just
putt.
left of the hole now.
Nelly, obviously very similar yardage there to Jin Young, also 134, but you could hear Jason saying playing 138, so 4 yards of hurt. This is an 8-iron, but it's not a big one.
Last words, left of the hole, not looking at anything right here.
Good chance to get that shot back that she dropped at the 12th. All right, Jin Young Ko has missed her birdie putt at 13th. Nelly Korda lining one up here.
And, you know, slightly above the hole, so we've already talked about the fact that most of these greens slope from back to front, so a little bit downhill here for Nelly.
This was the range last week. She just felt like she didn't make quite enough putts. She's such a fabulous ball striker, gives herself a lot of opportunities, but leaving it short in the heart is so frustrating.
We think about Nelly and Lydia, who both began last year with wins early in the first 2 events. Neither had won in 2023. So for both of them today, as we take you back here in round 1 of the Founders Cup to Nelly Korda.
And we saw from Minji's tee shot that the water really does creep in quite quickly down the left. It's just like dogleg left, so the tendency is if to try and keep it down the left side, but the bailout is to the right. There's some pretty keener pathway down the right that is very playable if you can avoid the palm trees.
It's good for Nelly there. Way to regroup. Not really what you want to see before you tee up.
And has a 7-iron out. She's on a bit of an upslope. Again, I don't think this is going to be a full one. I think this is going to be a Nelly Korda special, one that she controls.
This hour of Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance.
aggressive line there on the right side, getting a little help there from Jin Young's ball. That slowed it down ever so slightly beyond the green. Slopes off pretty quickly there. And it took a very firm bounce.
Birdie putts for Jin Young Ko, but first Nelly Korda.
And then you'd think from the back of the green it would be downhill, but initially there's an uphill portion to this, and then it goes downhill and down the hole.
So Nelly with her first birdie since early in this opening round, back to 2 under.
And one of the hardest holes of the course. Only the 5th birdie of the day so far on that 14th hole. Beautiful rhythm to that stroke.
Everywhere. It's a number that you all learn quickly when you join the tour, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just incredible to think about where they started and where we are now, and to have been part of this organization for a long time. I'm very proud.
Should be. And you and others have taken it to the next level. Here's Nelly at 15.
Wind just starting to pick up just a little bit at the moment.
For Nelly Korda at 15.
It is, but it's uphill most of the way to the hole. Don't see a huge amount of break.
Made double bogey here last year on Sunday, and it did not look good. She got to the 17th hole 3 shots back after having lost a 4-shot lead. Her caddy Jason McDeed said, yeah, too late.
With the crosswind today, Karen, it's an uncomfortable crosswind at the players' backs, pushing them towards the golf ball coming off the left.
It is. Also a bit of hurt, so you don't feel all that comfortable about, if you pull it, making the carry over the left water, which 230 in the air into the wind, probably playing 240 today. So you really do have to be accurate.
There's a few palm trees and different things over in that Coquina area on the left there of 16. We'll see what type of shot Nelly has into this green today.
And from that Coquina path, Nelly Korda at 16.
And no problem at all with the lie, no problem with the palm trees. Pretty much a straightaway clear shot.
And a good angle to that right hole location as well. Growing up in this area would certainly be familiar with playing off Coquina like that. Very common for Florida golf courses.
Is it like a hard pan lie, or how would you play?
There, not just in statistics, but mentally. Self-belief.
Nelly having a giggle at the 16th.
You're starting to get a bit more breeze out here on the golf course, and that's probably contributing to what Morgan was saying. The greens looking like they're starting to firm up just a little bit as the day goes on, just drying everything out. And Nelly's shot here is going to be downhill, so it's a little bit speedy.
Knew it early. Interesting. This is where her win streak began. This course, this tournament, is where it ended. She had won 5 in a row, tying an all-time LPGA record when she got to the Founders Cup in May of last year. And actually put herself in contention, but it was Rose Zhang and Madeline Sackstrom who just distanced themselves from the rest of the field, and Nelly wound up tied for 7th. And took her all of 1 week.
Yeah, that 17th hole, we've seen it. We've already seen one eagle today. It's definitely a par 5 you want to take advantage of. All the par 5s out here are certainly scoreable holes.
Nelly trying to avoid another 3-putt. I had one at the 6th for par. No problem there. She'll head to that memorable par 5 17th. Memorable especially for her at 2 under. Now Nelly wasting no time as usual.
No, she really doesn't. And in general, I would say that the pace of play has been pretty good today for these LPGA players. It's a good-looking swing there for Nelly, heading towards that left bunker, but I think it's going to be fine.
Player meeting on Tuesday night, a discussion of perhaps a new pace of play from what we can see down to the water. Well, Karen, we saw it right here last year. Jason McTee told her, now it's too late. You're out of it. She had lost her 4-shot lead. She was 3 shots behind Lydia Ko, who was finishing up. And what did Nelly do? 2 shots to the green, buried the eagle putt, birdied 18 and won in a playoff.
I think she was a bit in between clubs. She initially had the 7-wood out, now has the 3-wood. She's got 214 to the front, 232 all the way to the hole. I don't know if there's a better LPGA player with a 3-wood in her hand than Nelly Korda.
It's a natural shot right there after you've just seen your opponent miss it short right in that penalty area. A little bit of an overcorrection, but safe play.
Chance to get up and down perhaps for a birdie. Nelly Korda, world #1. Third shot, par 5 17th for Nelly Korda.
Seeing how quick this is once it lands on the green. Looking like she's playing a lower shot. Looks like a waterfall, this whole location today, right on the top.
Nelly now for birdie at 17.
Well, the good news is that when you hit a low running pitch shot, you get a good chance to see the line.
Looks like she didn't think it was going to go in, then thought maybe it has a chance. Just not quite enough there. Disappointing being greenside in 2. See that in her reaction. Looks like she stayed mostly to the left side of the trees.
Yeah. Go, please.
Now Nelly.
There is a bunker on the left, which kind of forces you down that right side. Little club twirl indicates that she would like this one.
That's going to run low trajectory, surprising being quite a bit down, especially that driver.
All right, Nelly.
97 yards, ball above her feet, on a slight downslope as well.
Can't quite believe just how far this drive went, Karen.
Did crush it.
Good memories of this 18th. Birdied it to force a playoff and then won it against Lydia, the second playoff hole. Right down to Tom Abbott.
Yeah, here with Angel Yin, who's finished.
But injury she told Tom about, that we've discussed. Nelly for a closing birdie.
And this one's back uphill.
She loves the 18th. And how about the 68 from Nelly today?
Yeah, you can tell that she's got some really great memories around this golf course. And it's a good spot. Nobody is really running away with this. It's only day 1. 3 under par is a very solid round of golf.